Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Anna Vanila Arts. I am Anna Vanila and I would like to share with you my channel with all sorts of things that I've learned over the years, all things that I know, that I had experience from. And in this particular video we do a hat which looks like so. It's very simple. It's where the front stitches are more accentuated and they are more abundant, and as you can see, it has a division here. It's very simple, nice and easy to make this pattern for a hat. So we take the first loop on the front needle. By the way, I've got 66 loops, stitches on my needles, and my needles are number 5. So we take the first loop and transfer it on a right needle. Then we put the yarn forward and we knit first 1 purl. Then it's as you can see, it's a front stitch, but it's a front stitch with a different, shall I say, different variant the way you can knit it. So you take the row under the front stitch. You see the second one underneath, like so. So you don't knit it like this as usual, but under, so 1 row lower. So you pick up and you knit this together, but with 1 row below. So purl stitch, and then we knit it second row below the front stitch, purl stitch, and the second level, second row below, front purl stitch, 1 below, purl stitch, 1 below, purl stitch, front stitch below, front stitch below. And that's how we knit all this front row. It's absolutely simple. You'll get used to quite quickly to make this pattern, to make this hat. This was our first row of this pattern. Now we do the second row, which is on the reverse at the back of a hat. So the first one we just place it on the right needle. Then we knit the purl stitch and then front stitch, but front stitch, purl stitch, front stitch, purl stitch, front stitch. But front stitch we knit like usual, with nothing below, just simple. So this is the second row. You knit 1 purl, 1 purl, 1 front stitch, and so on. My cat is really chatty at the moment, sorry. And like this we need 14 rows in total of front stitch and purl stitch. But first when you do front stitch under, so it's underneath the other row from under the loop that we need, and then on the reverse, on the back, we need a simply a purl stitch and a front stitch like usual. So we need to knit about 14 rows, and then we meet up again, and I'm going to show you how we end this this pattern for this hat. After we have knitted 14 rows, where we repeat first row and the second row and so on, 14 times. So I've knitted here, as you can see, 14 times. Now the pattern ends like so. So you remove, you get the first loop onto the needle. Then we need not purl stitch and front stitch, but we need everything in this row front stitches. Like so, simply, and purl stitch becomes a front stitch, and this is what makes this pattern so special and unique, is that it's simple yet very effective. The hat itself should turn out quite nicely. And we need absolutely everything in this row with a front stitch. Everything with a front stitch. So on. Now when we get to the reverse side of his hat, the back side of his hat, first one we just grab it with the front right needle, and then we need, as you see, everything is in purl stitches, but we need also with a front stitch. Now everything on here we need, on this side we need with a front stitch, absolutely everything with a front stitch. It's very easy and quick to knit such a pattern. Now we are on the front side, and as you can see we have like a row full of purl stitches, but really what this row is made of, made from front stitches and not purl stitches, but it creates a purl stitch effect because you knit on the front with the front stitches and on the back also with the front stitches, so it creates this kind of wavy side to this pattern. It creates a purl kind of row looking. And then we take our first loop and we start knitting again front. So it's, we look here, it's a purl stitch, then a front stitch, purl stitch, a front stitch. So basically we do like a break with purl stitches on the straight line, but then we continue this this gap, which is formed from front stitches and purl stitches, you basically repeat again. So if you see a front stitch, you do a front stitch. You see a purl stitch, you need the purl stitch, and so on. You basically continue what it was before this. So you just knit it simply like so, and you repeat first row and the second row again 14 times. Then you do again this little road, I shall say, of purl stitches, the look of purl stitches, because you knit on the front and on the back with the front stitches. It creates a purl effect on the front. So basically what you do, you repeat the pattern again, and if you want to, you can make this length 14 rows, maybe 17 rows. You can do it, maybe less, as many as you like really, and you can vary this pattern. As you can see, it's very beautiful. The yarn is beautiful itself. It's acrylic yarn, multicolored in blue, which is fantastic. So that's how we do it. Good luck, and see you in the next video, where I'm going to talk to you about the finished project. As you can see, this hat is nearly done. What we need to do now is to hide, this is the back of a hat, is to hide at the back the yarn. So I use a needle, a plastic needle, neon green needle, which is my favorite for sewing with yarns, for wool sewing. It works perfect, it works a treat. So I see a couple of loops here, and I just hide it through these loops. I make a knot to make sure it does not unravel after many washes. After this will be worn, so it doesn't unravel. So make a knot, and then we hide it through the loops again. So it's a nice stitch after all. Now all we need to do is cut the yarn. So these are the hidden threads, odds and ends, and this is the finished hat. Hello everyone, again and again. This is our surprising end of this hat. It's finished. This is how it looks like. As you can see, it's very fluffy. It's excellent to the touch. The yarn is superb. It's actually a baby yarn in multicolored blue, so you can see the flow of color, pale blue with darker blue. The yarn is a bit thicker than usual with what I knit, and as you can see, this is the pattern, how it looks like. It could be worn in colder days. It doesn't have to be summer. It could be in winter as easily, and it looks fantastic. I love it. It's the pattern is really easy and very quick to do, very quick to knit. Literally in a couple of hours I finished the hat. That's how quickly I've actually finished this hat. This is at the back. This is where I stitched. As you can see, I've done a careful stitching in here with my favorite needle, neon green needle. I work with it quite frequently with my knitting items. This is at the back. This is a back stitch where I've hidden over yarn. I've shown you how I am doing that, and you wear it from this behind the head. The crown of the head is fantastic. Look, it's fantastic, and the color is just awesome. I think it's superb. It's superb attach. It's just fantastic. I love it. I cannot wait to wear it. I hope you like this pattern enough to make this hat yourself, and if you do a hat like so or even better, please send to me and show me. I am and I will be pleased to see your artworks, and I will be happy that you've taken this pattern from my channel, because on my channel I have my patterns are unique and you will never find anywhere else on the internet. It's purely mine, and I share with you my knowledge, everything that I know, everything that I can, everything that I have experienced until now. So I hope you're going to love it, to do this for yourself, not just for summer but for winter too. It's acrylic yarn obviously, so it's quite warm, it's quite thick. It looks thick, but it's stunning. I just love it, absolutely love it. Let's see now how it looks on my mannequin. I'm wearing at the moment the mannequin, wearing this hat on mannequin. That's how it looks like. I hope you can see it well. It's stretchy, it's roomy. As you can see, if you do happen to have a hairdo updo, this would have enough space to put in inside the head. This is the stitch. That's how covers the ears, as you can see here, nicely. And it looks good on my mannequin. I think it should look good on anyone, no matter the hair color, no matter how long or short the hair is. Something like this would just complement and add so much to your accessorizing, to your accessories. It's practical, it's cool, it's very fashionable. It will suit any ages. Even for a man would look quite nice if you choose masculine colors, or like a color which is more neutral possibly. It could work well, this pattern, for children to wear it. I think it's fantastic, and you will not regret knitting something like this for yourself and for your family and friends. Why not? It's fantastic. I love it. I hope you love it too, and hopefully you're going to subscribe to my channel and enjoy my examples of things that I do on a daily basis and that I share with you. Hopefully this tutorial was helpful to you, and we can do and continue all doing beautiful things. So thank you for subscribing and for watching my videos. Love you all. Bye.